Welcome to our special issue about the most relevant and latest hurricanes here in Eco-Friendly News.
For the next couple of minutes, you will be updated with North America's most relevant news. My name is Mayra.
My name is Andrea.
And let's start. Our first topic of the day will be Hurricane Earl roared toward North Carolina. 2 days before Labor Day weekend and 1 day before the anticipated arrival of Hurricane Earl, many tourists were opting for safety instead of riding out beach vacations. They were leaving 2 days early after staying in a beach house in Southern Shores since Friday.
Across the Outer Banks, a 200-mile chain of barrier islands, visitors and residents decided how to reach the coming storm, which was forecast to barrel north along the coast, close enough to turn up 12 to 20 feet of storm surge and wipe coastal communities with high waves, wind, and heavy rain.
Hopefully we're going to catch some waves, said Matt Tweedy, 36, Handy Hugo's direct manager, who also said planned to keep this gas station open as long as he could. If the electricity fails, their county will hook up a generator power that pumps and cash registers, he said. Swinley and his girlfriend, Aisha Hobbs, 21 years old, unloaded a surfboard and buggy board from his truck.
Hopefully we're going to catch some waves, he said. Hobbs was excited to stay and see the storm's power. I just moved here from Tennessee and it's landlocked state, so I never experienced a hurricane, she said.
Bob Spindley, 33, from Kettle Devil Hills, stood across from a beach where a red no-swimming flag fluttered in a stiff breeze. He and 3 colleagues who published a surf report, OBX, surfinfo.com, had just finished a surf session. The waves were head high and building, Spively said, but they're bad for his other business, which is issuing from mortgages from Gateway Bank. Insurance companies won't issue insurance when a hurricane is within 5,000 miles.
William House, Public Works Director, surveyed the translucent blue-green breakers at sunset. His workers spent the day stuck peeling sand and preparing earth-moving equipment. Thursday, they will peel sand to close beach access and block the storm surge, hoping to protect roads and homes.
Once again, the overwatch gets over the dunes. The sand comes with it, Magdet said, and then you can't get emergency vehicles in. As for people riding out the storm, he said, locals have been through hurricanes before and know what they're in for. But the tourists, I hate that cut their vacation short, but they're better safe than sorry.
Sophie Dorian, 24, who is vacationing from Quebec, she said plans to stay unless ordered to evacuate. We can swim, we can surf, we can't go to Oracle. He said, I'm excited but disappointed at the same time.
A hurricane may be changing up to the coast, but Bob Howard, who's 66 years old, sat with his wife, Ellie, 65 years old, at the bar at Two Guns Live Selfish Bar and Grill in Kill Devil Hills, enjoying dinner and a beer Wednesday night. Storm worries seems far away.
She got off of work at 4:30 p.m. and we drove down, said Howard, who lives in Urban, near Virginia Beach, just another day in paradise. Howard said he'll take a look at the beach and the storm outlook Thursday morning. If it looks bad, we'll get out of Dodge.
The restaurant, which caters to locals and people who own second homes from the island, was packed Wednesday with families with young children, couples, and more diners waiting at picnic tables outside. A Braemade serve a dish of blackened tuna adorned with 3 hurricane symbols painted in hot sauce in the edge of the plate. We didn't want to change the plans, Howard said. It's Labor Day weekend. Now we are heading up to Sofia Almada, which is our reporter of the day.
Thank you, Maya. Now moving on to international news. The U.S. punishes Mexico for human rights abuses. In the middle of the war against drug cartels, many Mexican soldiers have made grave violations, which in 2006 was 0, and in 2009 it moved up to 30. Nowadays, we have a growing record of killings and torture by Mexico's military, which has taken a leading role in Mexican President Felipe Calderón's efforts against drug cartels. At least 21,000 people have died in drug-related violence since the crackdown began in December 2006. All this is why Obama decided that the State Department will take 50% of anti-drug aid unless Mexico meets 4 conditions. The first one is that the soldiers that have made all these abuses are prosecuted in civilian courts, that they improve the accountability of the federal police, that they enforce a ban on torture, and that they consult with civil groups about the anti-drug strategy. 2 examples of these abuses of human rights by soldiers are, first, the April 3rd shooting, in which an unarmed family came under fire along a Mexican highway that was part of a gun battle. The commission accused soldiers of planting guns, vehicles, and cadavers to make it appear as though they were part of it. This family was composed of 2 boys, the first age 5 and the second 9, and they were killed at that shooting. In August, the commission's investigators accused the military of planting weapons on 2 graduate students from Tec de Monterrey University after they were caught up in March 19 gun battle between soldiers and traffickers. The Army, of course, denies altering both of these scenes. But now, who do we have to trust? It seems like we can no longer be sure about trusting authorities. And with this message of the U.S., it is clear that we need urgent help to stop abuse against human rights. Thank you for staying with us in this issue, and we'll see you in the next one.